what's up, and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for NECA, the Thing Ultimate MacReady Station Survival figure. Now of course this is based on John Carpenter's Thing, which I do have right here on the Blu-ray. This is my third favorite John Carpenter film too as well. So yeah, I'm definitely excited about having this, and I have the regular Ultimate MacReady figure too. Now that's one thing I have been noticing, like with NECA, like products lately, it's kind of actually hard getting a hold of their figures now, because I think that's just now starting to get back into how they used to be, and I think this started with well, it kind of started with like the COVID or coronavirus situation. That's when I noticed everything started getting kind of like, where it was hard to get the figures and pick them up and so on. But now I think they're putting these back like on their store and all that too as well, because that's where I picked this one on up, was from like the NECA store. But I was hearing about it then, I think like at Walmart and Target too as well. But it was really hard for me to actually find figures like this. There are even other like things from like NECA that I want to, like other products, that I'm having trouble finding, because they don't actually have it at their like NECA store and so on, and you have to wait like for it to be like pre-ordered and all that kind of stuff. So I must admit I've been having trouble picking up a lot of their items, But I think they're just now starting to probably get back into it, because like I said, like their NECA eBay store is putting like products back up now, because that's where I actually was able to actually order this from right here. But anyway, I think go ahead and get into this right now. This is the box that contains the figure, and I like this this box art. It's actually beautiful, and you can tell it's actually based on the this particular version I had on Blu-ray. It's the same cover with MacReady holding the flamethrower, but the way it actually it's actually, it feels like nice too, but it looks cool. I like the art for it, and that's awesome. And of course it says the Ultimate MacReady Station Survivor, even like on the side too as well. And of course you have the figure on the back too with the accessories. It has like the read up too as usual. It says in the winter of 1982, a 12-man research team at a remote Antarctic research station discovers an alien buried in the snow for over 100,000 years. Once unfrozen, the form-changing alien wreaks havoc, creates terror, and becomes one of them. Now it says this includes 7 interchangeable hands, 2 heads, flamethrower, fire effect, dynamite bundle, wire spool, petri dish, blood effect, revolver, and ice axe. And then when you open it, this is how it looks on the inside too. You have a nice shot of the figure right there. And of course you can see that the figure on the inside with its accessories. So I'm going to get into this. And this is the background diorama that comes with the figure. Okay, there is the NECA, the Thing Ultimate MacReady Station Survivor figure. So what I'm going to do first is measure him. I have him on a stand too. He stood up pretty good, by the way. And he was like just over 7 inches, like almost 8 inches. So I'll talk about the articulation and the likeness to Kurt Russell. But like I mentioned before, he does stand. I don't have no trouble getting him to stand. So this here is the figure itself. Now I mentioned before, like in the previous one, that I didn't think the likeness to Kurt Russell was all that great. But if I'm not mistaken, it looks like it could be better on this figure, because he has like a different expression than the previous one. I'm not really too sure. And this is his jacket, which is sculpted pretty good, as usual from NECA. He has a holster this time around too. As you can see, he has like a gun holster for his gun. And he has the gloves too as well. The shoes. His arm's gonna raise up. Looks like they're kind of tight still. He does have a bend in his elbows too as well. Split he can do. He can bend the knee. It is tight though, but it is like, bendable. Hand turns. Feet turns. Head can turn left, right. Looks like you can look up, but it's kind of limited. And you can like look down too. Like I mentioned before, he stands pretty good. There's no problem getting to stand. So I think it's a pretty solid figure. If I'm not mistaken, it does like this. The likeness to Kurt Russell is kind of better than on the other one. I mean on this one. I want to move on through the accessories that come with the NECA the Thing Ultimate MacReady Station Survivor figure. Right here are 5 alternate hands that he has, and these doesn't have gloves on them either. So as you can see, he has like this right like gripping type hand where you can tell an item can go in it. Then he has like these 2 hands. Well, they're left and right, like a left and right. They look like trigger hands. It's like one left and one right, so I think that's cool. Then you have like these 2 claw type hands, but they're kind of different though. You got a left one and a right one. Now the next accessory that comes with the Ultimate Station Survivor MacReady figure is the pistol right here. And if you look, you can take a MacReady and you can put this pistol in here. It doesn't look like this can be like this button thing. It doesn't look like it can be moved, but you can take the pistol right here, and just put it in here. That's probably how I would keep this one too. Try to see if I can get it in there. And yeah, it goes right on there in the holster right there. So that's pretty good. That's cool. Up next, MacReady gets an ice pick. As you can see right here, this is how it looks. It has this on the end of it too, like it can stick in something. Then he gets like a stick of dynamite. This is kind of cool. Then this is one of the things I'm glad that NECA did do this because it's just cool. You get the this wire right here from when they was doing like the blood test to see who's like the alien. So I think that's kind of cool. It's very small though, but you can see this is how it looks. So I'm sure you can lose that if you're not careful. Then you get the blood spatter effect right too, like from when they found out who was who had the alien in them. Well, the blood itself, when it shot out. Then you get the petri dish too, and it's very small. Cause what you would do is just take this. I believe that's how you do it. Cause you see that it has like this round like bottom right there. You would just take it and you would fit it in here like this, I believe. Yeah, and it actually goes in pretty easily. So I think that's cool that NECA gave us that. So you can actually have like the blood shooting up, like splattering or skeeting up, at the dish. That's cool. And that was awesome that they did that. Yeah, you can even sit it down too, as you can see. It looks like it won't. Oh yeah, it will top over. I still think that was cool accessory to have. That is one of his coolest accessories, from my opinion. Another thing I wanted to show too is that you can see the name on the petri dish too, Palmer. I think that's pretty cool. So you can see his name. Then up next you get an alternate head for MacReady. So this is how it looks. Again, I don't think the likeness to Kurt Russell is too great on these. But it's great though. I mean, it's decent. Then up next you get the And of course, this is, I guess, like the major accessory of this particular figure, and why they needed to do this again. We actually find and get the flamethrower from MacReady. Because I was saying that myself about it, the first version, I mean the first Ultimate MacReady figure that NECA did, how could they not give us a flamethrower when he really did like use it a lot in the film? So this is how it looks. It has like the hole right there too, and it has this right here. And this is the flame pack itself. Looks like it's kind of dirty or something too right there, like the detail in it. Right, just the way they did this one, like it's glue or something on it. And I know about these, I saw like a video of somebody broke their straps. So I know that these probably can break, you know, if you're not careful. Then you even get you like a nice little flame effect right here. I think that's cool as usual. That NECA did this, it looks nice. And as you can see, I put the flame thrower on MacReady. Now when I put it on my figure, I actually took his hands off, like both hands, and then I slid the pack on. I guess I should have showed it. I pulled his arms back and then slid the flamethrower on. I noticed that this other hand, if you wanted to get it where you actually holding it, you'll have to turn it. But I just left it like that, like with one hand, one grip on it. Then you have the flamethrower effect, and you know, of course, you just stick it right there in this hole. So I'm gonna see if I can do that. Cause this is probably definitely how I'll be displaying it. So that's how the flame. I guess I got it up like in the right direction. That's how it would look. The flame effect, which is cool though. So yes, probably that's how I will be displaying the figure. Now I want to compare my NECA, the Thing, Ultimate MacReady Station Survivor figure with the regular Ultimate MacReady figure. Now of course I had this one on the stand, but I just wanted to show how these actually look, you know. There was like a difference. They did give us like a different expression for the figures. And of course this also had like a holster included too as well. So I think these are some pretty solid figures. I think the likeness to Kurt Russell could have been better, but they're pretty solid though. And if I'm not mistaken, it does like the Station Survivor one has a better likeness to like a certain extent. It looks like it does look more like Kurt Russell than this one does. Okay, there's NECA, the Thing, Ultimate MacReady Station Survivor figure. This is a pretty good figure. I like the accessories that NECA gave us, like the petri dish, like the blood splatter effect, and the flamethrower too as well. And it does like the likeness on this one, if I'm not mistaken, looks like it's a little more close to how Kurt Russell actually looks than the previous figure. If I'm not mistaken, it looks like it's a little better. Now of course, you know, this is based on John Carpenter's Thing, which I do have right here on Blu-ray, and this is my third favorite John Carpenter film, you know. So I'm definitely excited about having this figure. And like I mentioned before, like with NECA, it's been actually hard trying to find like what the things that I want. Like there's like other like figures, like or like accessories, you know, that I ain't gonna say accessories, but like things that NECA has, like collectibles that I do want to get. I'm having trouble like finding them, you know. But now I think they're starting to get back into how they were, because there's stores back up, like with the eBay store. And they're putting like their products back up. That's why I was actually able to order this from, was at the NECA eBay store. So that's how I was able to find this. But I know it's like in Walmart and like Target stores too as well. But I must admit, I have been having trouble finding like a lot of like the NECA figures that I want. That's why I haven't been doing like too many reviews from. And I'm glad that we have more I guess you could say, yeah, like a carrot or something like the Thing film. Like we already know NECA's doing the dog alien, like from like, you know, the dog one. I think that's gonna be pretty cool. I can't wait to see how that actually looks. But yeah, I'm definitely excited about having this, and I would definitely recommend picking this one up, especially if you're a fan of John Carpenter's Thing. So this is the Thing, with NECA, the Thing, Ultimate MacReady Station Survivor figure. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well. Dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun.